Okay. Shall I start? Anybody missing? No. Okay, assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed El-Sherif. I'm a technical consultant. I'll be representing today Microsoft Kinect, but it's not for Xbox, it's for Windows. Okay. Has anybody attended any of my sessions before? Or on YouTube or whatever? Okay. So, let's start again by asking some questions, okay, to get to know the audience. I was not listening while my friend Salam was asking the people. Who's here have C# background? Okay, C++? Great. You're gonna love C++, people are gonna love this one. How many of you know what OpenCV is? A library called OpenCV, Open Computer Vision. Okay, so no need to talk about it. So, anybody use the Xbox? Kinect for Xbox? It's nice, right? So, this is the Kinect. This is Kinect for Windows. Kinect for Xbox comes like this, written Xbox 360 on it. It will not work on enterprise application on Windows. Maybe it will work for some development features, but it will not work outside Visual Studio. So you have to get this version. Okay, it's a little bit more pricier, but it has some nice features for the enterprise. Okay, so what we have in the Kinect, we have a motor to tilt it up and down. Okay. We have RGB camera, which is a video camera, color camera. 3D depth sensor. This is like an eliminator that eliminates a mesh of infrared dots, okay, and an infrared camera. This will detect the reflection of the infrared beams in order to get a sense of the depth, like a 3D image, okay? And we have a microphone array. We have four microphones, okay? One on the left, 3 on the right. It can detect the direction of the sound, and it has very high quality for the near mode. If you are near it and you speak to it, it can detect the voice commands. So let's go through it again. Yeah, I want to tell you something first. Maybe some of you will be disappointed, but I don't usually do coding on stage, so it's gonna be a little bit high-level session, okay, like a guidance session. But after a long day, it should be a little bit light. So we have here the RGB camera, that's screen color video, infrared source, that's illuminating infrared dots, and the IR camera to detect the depth, microphone array, tilt motor, and they have some other hardware components that we didn't know about, like they have accelerometer here to detect the orientation of the device and how it's moving, the G-force on all 3 directions. We've never used it, okay, but I think there is an application for robotics, okay, to be mounted on a robot and use it to recognize the environment. So they are using this accelerometer, and I think it's version 1.7 of the SDK that revealed to us as developers this to access this feature. Okay, again, it can be used like a webcam. It can be used as a camera. Okay, you can have a depth stream, like a video camera, but with depth data. audio stream and have automatic noise and echo cancellation. But here starts the fun stuff. Okay, it have a very smart algorithms built in it to detect the skeleton. Okay, so if it sees a human, it recognizes it as a human and will detect the joints, up to 21 joints. Like it's gonna tell you in the software that this is the right hand. Okay, this is the head, this is the head. So, and you can differentiate between right and left. So you can get feedback from the user using his body language. This we call the skeleton view. It have also face tracking. It can recognize that the features of the face, like this is the eye, nose, mouth, and keep track of it. It will give you in the SDK an event, firing an event that there is a player or there is a face detected, and this is the region. And here we started the difference between the Xbox version and the Windows version. They have in the Windows version something called near mode, where you can be seated and have it in front of you, and it will recognize the torso and up. Okay, for the Xbox, if you played it, you have to be at least like 1.6 meters in order to have to see all your body in order to recognize the skeleton. So they have something called seated mode skeletal tracking and the near mode. And they have the voice recognition. It integrates with Microsoft Voice SDK, okay, to detect commands in English, in multiple languages, but Arabic is not included. Okay, applications. I think you can imagine that there's a lot of applications for this, but it's still a mature market, but there's a lot of opportunity. So one of them is spatial augmented reality. Has anybody used an application on the phone or on the webcam for augmented reality? You know what augmented reality is? So augmented reality is taking a stream from reality, from a video, okay, and augmenting that with objects. Okay, it has been there since early 2000. It was Siemens Mobile that have the mosquito killer, where you have the camera and you have the mosquito and you're shooting at it. Get advanced, you have now, like, there is an iPhone application for Qibla to see Mecca, okay? So it's augmenting the reality. It's putting some objects, non-real objects, on top of a real scene, okay? So we can do this. This is one of the applications. There's a new trend called GUI. All the developers know what GUI is, graphical user interface. Okay. Now the new trend is natural user interface. Okay. You don't use the graphical user interface started with the mouse. Okay. You have an input device that interacts with a graphic object. Okay. The button, slider, so on. In GUI, I use the body language, I use the voice, okay? So we call it natural user interface. You want to grab something, you grab it, okay? You want to move it, you slide, you jump, you do whatever you want, but use your body language. Okay, also 3D modeling. At the time I wrote the slides, it was like, now, very advanced thing to do, 3D modeling was the Kinect. You have to use a lot of smart stuff to build from the camera to build a scene, a 3D scene. Okay, but to my surprise today, Microsoft just released a new version, 1.7, and they have the 3D modeling embedded in the SDK. We'll try to demonstrate it. I haven't seen it yet, so we'll check it together. Also, first-person view. Anybody who's a gamer knows what's first-person perspective. There's a lot of verticals where we can utilize this device, like in medical, marketing, education, entertainment, retail. You can think of it. Actually, in marketing, 2000, last year, yeah, Nissan and some motor show in the States used the Kinect to reveal their new car. It's mounted on top of the car and with some LCD screens, and whenever you move, the LCD will show you a different perspective of the car. So you're moving and the car is moving, tracking your body. So as if you are walking around it. Also in medical, there's a very nice concept. Hopefully nobody has been to OR, okay, operation room, or they call it the theater, where they do the operations, okay, surgical stuff. This has to be clean, dust-free, bacteria-free. So, but the doctors need to see some X-ray or see some whatever data on the computer. So they have to sterilize the entire computer and put the mouse in a bag and do some weird stuff with it. So it's a horrible experience to use it. But if the doctor can just swipe with you without touching the actual computer, it's gonna be nice. Of course, this is Bing, but Google have some extension, but you can use it with Bing to zoom in, zoom out, pan, do whatever with your hands. This is the application I was telling you about for the doctors. This is 3D modeling. This application was built in China. Somebody in China built it earlier. That they actually built a model of somebody, a person, okay, and construct a 3D model from. So let's talk about NIMI. NIMI all started with a movie. It's called Minority Report, if you know it. Okay, so actually technology is trying to mimic this movie, how they are using the computers there. Yeah. So there's no keyboard and mouse, just your body movement and your voice. Again, slide. But we're gonna finish all the slides and go to demos soon, so I don't want you to go to sleep. Okay, so the SDK can tell your application that this is the joints, the position in the image, that the right hand you query, the right hand it will tell you it's there, it's moving in this direction. And you get this data and you do whatever you want with it. Okay? In the new version, they embedded also gestures. Okay? So have WF control for in order to grab, move, zoom.
Is it not embedded in Kinect for Xbox?
No. It's the same hardware, same SDK, okay? But they charge the companies that build the applications for the Xbox. Okay, they have fees to build applications for Xbox, but this one they don't. So it's like embedding the license. They have a different version just for licensing issue. You cannot deploy your application on Xbox, and they removed some hardware features or limited the hardware features. But it's basically the same. So, resources. The website is called kinectforwindows.com. We'll find videos about people implementing Kinect for Windows, different applications, get the new SDK, okay, all this stuff. Channel 9, of course. And there's some box. This is an old slide. Okay, it was for version 1. Now it's 1.7. But I think this is still the best 3 box in the market. for Kinect. And other SDKs for those non-Windows users. Okay, so there's some hacks to use it on Mac and on Linux. There's OpenNI and OpenConnect, but they don't have all the features because some features are implemented in the SDK, not on the hardware. And that's it. That was good, right? You download two things from the website. You download the SDK and the tools. Okay, SDK will put the DLLs and register itself with Visual Studio in order to use in your application. The tools will give you sample codes, okay, on some applications. One of them is, let's open it again. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Developer Toolkit Browser. Okay, where you browse, you can run samples or install the code on a folder, and you then open it with Visual Studio and start playing with it. Okay, and they have the Kinect Studio. This was released like in version 1.5. Here you can grab data from the Kinect, okay, record it, and replay it for testing. In the early days, when you start developing for Kinect, you can imagine a software developer jumping around. Okay, it was hard a little bit. It was weird. So they gave us this nice tool to record it once and then play it again. So we start from here. Okay, it's opening the other screen, sorry. Okay, so we have some important stuff here like the human interface guidelines. So they have a guideline on how to use Kinect in your application. Okay, you should read this in order to get an idea. This is done after research, so it will save you a lot of time. And links to our website where all the code, the samples are hosted in Codeplex, documentation, and you can go to samples. Here are samples in C#, C++, and VB. Okay, so I'm a C# user, so I'll go to C#. Some of these samples will not run, okay, because they rely on XNA. You know XNA? Anybody heard of XNA? Okay, it's like the gaming toolkit and simulation toolkit for Microsoft. Okay, this is what you use to build Xbox games, actually, and games for Windows Phone, Windows Mobile. But unfortunately, for some reason, the SDK for XNA has not yet been ported to Windows 8, so it has to be for Windows 7 only. So this is Windows 8, I cannot run it here. So I need a volunteer. Somebody volunteered already, right? Yeah. Come in front of the camera. All these applications, you can run it. Most of them you can run it, but all of them you can install. Install here will tell you choose a folder, and it will install you the source code. Okay. Let's start with the first one is Kinect Explorer. It used to be a Windows Phones application, now it's WPF. So this is gonna work, it should be. Okay, nice. Okay, can you move back or? Okay, no need. No, just there. Let me go here. As you wish. We have a game, okay. So if you can move it back a little, yeah, this is perfect, close. So it's detecting actually. You have here 3 inputs. Okay, we have the color stream, we have the depth stream, and we have the skeleton view. Okay, so here they are overlapping the color stream and the skeleton stream, and we have the depth, the depth data, raw depth data. There is the case processing it and recognizing the joints. So try move around, check, it's working, right? Okay, so here I control the motor, okay, for tilting. As I speak, you can see that it should be recognizing the direction. If I talk from the other side, okay, it should go to the right. Okay, it's detecting where the sound is coming from. And it's multiplayer, so I can join. Okay. So now this is interesting, right? Better than the slides. Okay, what we have here, you can open this, you can see, check the source code. There's a lot of parameters and features, but basically it's as simple as acquiring frames, okay, hooking to an event that give you frames for the color and for the depth, and give you skeleton. Say I'm interested in these joints, it's going to track for you. Okay. And they added 2 features in 1.5. One of them that you can use multiple Kinects on the same system, which, okay, can be useful in some situations, like 3D modeling. Maybe you will have 2 views. Also, they enabled the Kinect to work on virtual machines, okay, which is an awesome feature for a Mac user like me, because I usually do development on Windows as a virtual machine. So, what else? This is a tough one, I don't know it's gonna work. This is a new feature, I told you about the 3D modeling, so let's check will it work on my device. It's working. This is a 3D model. If you know about 3D, this is a mesh and rendered and everything. A complete 3D model. If you rotate for us, please. Yeah, please. But it's heavy processing and require some specific graphic cards. So I have to tell it it's a near mode. It's near mode. Yeah, just move back and forth, please. Okay. First time to try it, I'm gonna investigate it. Okay. This feature is called Kinect Fusion. They added 2 new terms, Kinect Fusion and Kinect Bridge. I'm gonna talk about them in a little bit. This is the Kinect Fusion, where it's constructing from the depth data a 3D model, but depending on the hardware, it might not be able to process it live. Okay, it's data still there, so
can we use clustering technology, rendering the 3D?
It's gonna give you triangulation, give you the mesh and triangles, and you can render it. It's DirectX, Direct 3D. Okay. So I didn't have the time to catch up with the fusion, what it's doing, but it sounds like an interesting idea. I don't know if it's working or not for giving you 3D model directly from the depth data without having to do it yourself. And this is a game. I know you're a gamer, so I'm gonna like it. I need XNA or So yeah, you can interact with objects. Okay. And you can speak to it, say colors like green. Yeah, so it recognizes green, red. Should move to red. Okay, so you can speak to it like speed up, fewer, give me circles. Okay, are you enjoying it? Okay, so you got the basic idea. If you want to show you, do you want to go into the code to see how it's done? Or try to give it, make it simple? Okay. Enough for? Okay. So, green screen. But it's an XMA based, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. So, this is a nice example. In my first session for Kinect, I demonstrated this one. Yeah. You know the green screen where you have to put a green screen behind you, the weatherman, or if you go to Burj Khalifa, they take shots of you. Okay. This is using a normal background. Okay, I don't have to have a solid color like a green screen and replace it with a video or a picture. I can do it by detecting that this is a human, it's human shape, and cut out everything else and replace it. So this is an awesome demonstration of Kinect, how powerful it is. Okay, if you go, can you come near to still tracking it without me move? That's awesome. Okay, try it again, what you're doing. So if I remove this, it's not going to be accurate, but I'm telling it that I'm using it in near mode. This is one of the features in the Kinect for Windows. It doesn't exist in Kinect for Xbox. Can you go back? Do something nice. I'll send you this by email. Okay, I took a screenshot. That's a souvenir. So, any questions so far? Just, telling you the idea. I want to, get you interested in the subject.
There is no way to test all these samples using the Kinect for Xbox?
Yeah, you can do it inside Xbox. Inside Visual Studio.
I can do it in Visual Studio.
But not on the compiled application.
Just for testing?
Yeah, but inside Visual Studio, running from the debugger.
Debugging,
yeah. But some features are not going to work, like the near mode. Okay. Let's go to the face tracking. Putting up. I have to check for both screens. I don't know what will show.
So the Kinect for Xbox, it will not work for...
Most of these are software features, by the way.
Yeah.
Can you move closer to... Yeah. So, look at it. Okay. So, it's recognizing that this is the face. I'm giving you a full mesh. Okay. This is a software trick, by the way, but it's very enhanced by the depth. If you remember the avataring and some chatting applications where you can put some stuff on you. This is augmented reality. Yeah, detecting features, okay? It's neural network detecting features, okay? But here we have, on top of it, the depth data. So I can have the curve of the full mesh, not just aligning an image. No, I'm customizing the image because I have the depth data. So one use of it is something like this. hope you're enjoying this. Okay, now look at the camera. Can you come closer, please? No, it's not working here. Okay. So I don't know, the light conditions are a little bit bad, but it's putting a face. Okay, it's taking a snapshot of his face and using it on top to render the mesh. So this is his face, but as a 3D model in front of him. And if he moves, it's 3D. Okay? There is a new feature, I don't know if it's gonna work with us or not, didn't try it also. This one, hopefully it will work. Okay, this is WBF control. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. This is new. Okay, you can, grab it. So I didn't tell him what to do. Okay, trust me. He just recognized. Okay, this is natural user interface. He's just using his hand to move it.
I think he's playing Xbox.
Yeah, no, it's irrelevant. Okay, I think this is a nice demonstration of how to use.
Yeah, I have a question. I saw a YouTube video. The girls were wearing their dress instead of going to the fitting room. They
Yeah, this is called virtual fitting room.
Yeah, virtual fitting room.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did they do it?
The same, yeah, this is actually a typical application. Actually, we are building something here for Saudi Arabia. We have an issue in Riyadh, there is no fitting dressing rooms for ladies, so we are building something like this, but still under development. We're using Kinect. This is typical application for Kinect. So, how do you like it so far? What do you think? Is it nice?
Very nice.
Yeah, useful, right? And this is not for games. This is not games. This is, you can do this in enterprise applications or customer applications, applications that you can package and sell, okay? Or use it in a hospital, in education, sure. Also, they have, Microsoft is working on some research projects on top of this for the handicapped people, for recognizing the signal language. Okay, this is a very nice application. What else? If you see like Al-Arabiya, the lady have like 60-inch or 80-inch screen. This is a touch screen she is using, okay, to put whatever paper, newspaper, whatever, in the recap. But she can use Kinect. You can do it in a demonstration. And I tried before, okay, and I can, trust me, the user, the customer didn't recognize anything from what I was saying, okay? He was just impressed by the concept. I was, demonstrating something else, putting slides, but I'm moving my hand, okay, to slide. And he was so impressed, how did you do it? So I developed it. So I trust you as a developer. Done. Okay? And let's start to open the code of this one. It's opening the screen, so. So, Visual Studio is still opening. So, I told you there's two new features added to the Xbox. One is called Fusion, which is the 3D model of the depth data using DirectX. Second one is called Bridge. Okay, I was surprised that Microsoft would do something like this, but it's called Kinect Bridge. It's provided by Microsoft to use Kinect in MATLAB and OpenCV. Okay, so far. I know they are building something for OpenNI, so that's why I told you that C++, if you are C++, you probably heard about MATLAB or used it somewhere. So they have a bridge for MATLAB and OpenCV. OpenCV is a huge open library for computer vision, from OCR recognition to whatever, name it about computer vision. We use it in robotics, we use it in neural network applications, in medical. We have microscopes counting blood cells or whatever. We use OpenCV. So it's a very interesting library. And Microsoft have now a bridge to use Kinect directly inside OpenCV. It was a little bit painful to use it before. So I'm not WF guy, so I don't know much about XAML. So where's the XAML file here? Cannot see. So let me do it on my screen. So it's very hard to demonstrate like this the code. I didn't want to show the code anyway, so if I failed to recognize it, because I have some issues with the VGA card here. This is a big example. Let's check something a little bit simpler. Oh, let's check the green screen. So, I think you'll be surprised that the green screen have only one thing, main window.xaml and C# code behind. That's it. So, this is the UI, and this is the code. Let's go through it fast. Really? Correct. Okay, so this is all normal .NET stuff. The only thing new here, I'm including a DLL and having a using statement for Microsoft Connect. Some constants. Okay, the format I'm using for the depth image and image here, like it's having the resolution frame per second. And here how to activate, and everything is commented, so you can copy and paste and use it directly in your application. So it's defining a Kinect sensor. This is the class for the Kinect and the bitmap. Also, I'm having here depth image pixels. This is an array of pixels where I receive a frame of depth image. And the same for the color pixels. And here, where is the activation? Okay, this is the typical activation code for multiple sensors. If you have multiple sensors you want to use, okay, here's how to do it. So I'm checking if there is a connect sensor.connect sensors, okay, a list of sensors connected, and each one I'm saying if the status is connected, I'll use it at this my sensor. I'll take the first one on the list that is connected and active. And I have also this is the sensor. This is representing the Kinect with all the features. So here the trick is to enable what you need. So I have to subscribe for what I need. It's not always giving you an event. You have to enable the feature and hook an event to it. Simple. Here I'm saying the sensor depth stream.enable was this format, the constant above. Get into some data. Here also I'm enabling the color format, so I'm taking depth data and color data. I'm doing some calculation in order to figure out the ratio between them. And I have to enable the skeleton stream. So each feature I want to use, I have to enable it. And I'll just have, there is an event here, has to be hooked up. Here, I'm saying this is giving you that an event that a frame is ready, or the frames are ready. You go grab them and start processing. Starting. Whenever you close, you stop it. So this is the event I'm receiving. So I'm checking if there is a problem, got disconnected or it's not defined yet. I return. I'm checking if there is a depth data coming or not. So here's the function saying open depth image frame, giving me a frame. I'm calling the pixel data. The same with color image. So simply I'm receiving frames from the color image. Like if you have a video camera and you're receiving frame by frame, there is an event telling you there is a frame ready. And here I'm just figuring out, is it a depth frame because I've subscribed to 2 frames, depth or color, and put it on a right array and setting this value that I received the color. So this is a little bit the tricky stuff to do the coordinate mapping between detecting that this is the guy. Okay, so I want to see this person. Where is it in the color stream? Okay, I'm just mapping from the depth data or skeleton data to the color stream in order to cut around around our mask this person and remove all the background. I don't want to go into details, but basically you're just enabling a feature, detecting that this is a Kinect available, starting it, hooking to enabling the feature that you want, and hooking to an event that will tell you that there is a frame ready. That's it. Okay, it's not a huge application, but you can check it, and it's working. We have trying it. It's only one screen. Okay. So, any questions? Great.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
For testing these samples, it's required to register my Kinect to the...
Sorry, again?
For testing the samples on a Kinect,
Yeah.
hardware Kinect, I have to register it or to
No, nothing.
license or something?
Nothing. I just bought it. I bought it online actually. Connect for this. It's like 1,000 riyal, something like this. Okay? The license is embedded, you don't need to do anything. Just download the SDK and the toolkit and run it.
Kinect for Windows, but
Yeah.
Kinect for Xbox,
It's gonna work rather than running here.
nothing else.
No, just have to install and compile. That's it. It should work. I didn't try, but I trust Microsoft in this one. They say it will work. So I don't have Xbox actually. So I wanted to see this one. Will it work? Okay, it's not gonna work. Of course, this one will not work. It requires the XNA, but XNA is not available for Windows 8. So far, what do you think about Kinect? Any feedback? Do you like it? It's a very nice tool, okay? And we started to develop some applications for it. It's mainly R&D until now, nothing commercial. But something has been disturbing us, okay? It's giving you that this is the right hand, but I cannot detect the fingers. Okay, we're trying to do this, but it was very hard. Okay, so there was one solution. It's called Leap Motion. Okay, it's not yet released. This is a demo unit. Okay, we have been working with it for a couple of months. Yeah, in July. It was supposed to be released mid-May, but it was delayed. Startup company on Kickstart, and somebody bought them for $14 million. And it's going to be integrated in all Asus laptops released in 2014. And they announced last month that they have another agreement with HP. So the high-end laptops from HP is going to have this unit embedded in it. Okay, this is a developer version. So, Leap Motion. Leap Motion. Leap. Taking a leap. Okay? So, I'm gonna just demonstrate it, but I'm gonna demonstrate it not. It works in Windows, and they are working on a Linux version, and it's working on Mac. So, just to have internet connectivity, I'm gonna restart into Mac. I'm not familiar with it. This is a new one. They've been working on some hacks for Kinect, for OpenNI and OpenConnect. But Microsoft is surprising everybody by cutting it short and enabling more and more features in their SDK. I'm going offline for a second. Because I wanted to show you a video online. Just straight visualizer. So, okay, that's why. And this is a little bit hard thing to get, okay, but it will be released for the public in a couple of months.
They didn't release for the developers to...
Now also they added some new features for the gesture recognition. It was not working right. Okay, so shall we start by checking the device or seeing the video? The video, okay. Let me mirror the screen just for everybody to see. So it's called lead motion.
How much is it?
It was $70, and then they said it's gonna be $80. It's not pricey. It's quite impressive, right? Okay, so imagine having your application working on a project with two of these devices. Yeah, think what you can build.
This is used away from Kinect, right?
No, it's a different product. Okay, actually everybody's saying that it's competing with Kinect, but I think it's complementing Kinect. So just also install you have to register, if this is a developer version, you have to register on their development portal. See, the same site, it's called devs, developers. You register. If you have the hardware, you can request one hardware. They might send you one, okay? I actually ordered this, I requested this last November 2012. I received it in March 2013, okay? They have exclusive agreement for the reseller in US with Best Buy, so you can order it from Best Buy directly, pre-order it, or pre-order it from here. Can pre-order. Okay, you put an order, and once it starts shipping, it will be sent to you. Just install the SDK, and they have this application. It's called Leap. And it should be shown here. Okay, so let's close this. Hopefully it will show. No. Okay, it's not gonna show on this resolution, so. So there is the application. So I will not show any applications. Basically, they use C++ for it. So your application, they have their own store coming up. It's called Airspace or something. And you can publish applications that will run on both Mac and Windows. And they're releasing another version for Linux. So I'm going to show you just the visualizer. So it's detecting 10 fingers as the direction and everything, okay? And even if I hold a pen, as you saw, to recognize, actually in the software it will tell you that this is a hand holding a pen. Okay, it's very nice. I can rotate it. This is 3D, okay? Give you up to 10 fingers. And it's just IR illuminators and camera. That's it. It's very innovative. And we don't have fun, right? This is enough. We didn't go into a code or anything. It's a light session, but hopefully it will get you interested to dig more. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was not boring. So if you have any questions, please. Okay. This is my, let me give you. Thank you for our volunteer. He did a great effort. Thank you. So it's a little bit big. I don't know if you can see it. You cannot see it, right? Can you see it now?